Well, the recent wildfires in Southern California were a powerful reminder of how destructive wildfires can be to homes and communities across the country. And the recent damaging storms in our area point to how Mother Nature is still in control.
That's right. With nearly 48 million U.S. homes at high risk, Wildfire Community Preparedness Day on May 3rd encourages action. We've got Michelle joining us now from NFPA, here to tell us a bit more. Thanks for joining us, Michelle.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
Yeah. So, what is Wildfire Community Preparedness Day, which is coming up this weekend, I think?
Yes, Wildfire Community Preparedness Day will be on May 3rd. It's the first Saturday in May each year. And this is an opportunity for people to get together with their families and their neighbors to work on projects that start to bend down the risk from wildfire. It's a great learning opportunity for people to understand how wildfire can impact their homes and what they can do about it.
Right.
Kind of going off that, what can people do to help protect their homes, and maybe give us some examples of risk reduction projects?
Right, so ways people can prepare homes and reduce risk. We always recommend people start with their home and work their way out. So looking at roof lines, gutters, around porches and decks for any debris and material that might have accumulated over the winter, or you mentioned just recent storms, getting that material away from the house, even just a few feet, can actually make a difference, because the culprit in these wildfires to homes is usually embers. Those are the pieces of burning material that come off of a fire and can land in your yard, on your roof, in your gutters, and cause havoc. If you don't have anything for that ember to catch, though, you are in good shape. So we try to get people to work around the home, and then if you're closer than 100 feet to your neighbor, your homes will affect each other in the case of a fire. So that's why we really push on that neighborhood engagement.
Oh yeah, that's a great tip there. Tell us more about the home ignition zone and its significance.
Right, so what I was just describing is basically just that. The home ignition zone is a term we use to describe the home itself and everything around it within no more than 100 feet that you can modify to make sure the home does not ignite. So reducing the likelihood that if those embers show up in the yard, that they're not going to have material that will catch and take the fire right to the house. So the home ignition zone is super important, and of course we overlap. If we're closer than 100 feet to our neighbors, we have shared home ignition zones, which means again that we need to work together to reduce our common risk.
Yeah, certainly.
This seems like an obvious answer, but just, in your own words, why is it important to prepare homes well in advance of wildfires?
Right, so when the wildfire is actually coming, when you're getting an evacuation order, that's the time for family and pet safety. You want to prepare your family and your pets and get out of harm's way. That's not the time to be thinking about where's my rake, or should I be cleaning up over here, or patching a hole. That's the time to get out and be safe. Preparedness Day is that time that you can take a little time, go through your checklist, see the things that need a little improvement or fixing, and take care of those long before there's smoke in the air.
Yeah, certainly. Now, we all watched and sort of were horrified with the fires in Southern California that happened in January. And my question is, why did some of those homes survive while others were destroyed?
Right. So we had very severe conditions for wildfire during that event, which really caused the destruction of so many homes. However, I was very privileged to be able to go and visit many of the sites in both the Eaton and Palisades fire footprints. And we did see homes that firefighters could tell us that had done the preparation work well ahead of time. And they survived really without any intervention. Nobody was there with a hose on many of these homes where they had cleared roof lines, cleared out any areas right immediately around the home. They still had beautiful landscapes that even were essentially untouched, because there was nothing for fire to take hold of and ignite on those properties. It was pretty amazing to see amongst all the destruction that these homes did survive.
Yeah,
wow.
Certainly, and that gives us a reason to prep our homes right now. So where can our viewers go for more information on this?
We would love everybody to go visit wildfireprepday.org. That's the site on NFPA's websites that you can get all the great information. Whether you decide to take part on May 3rd or anytime, you can get great information about how to do these projects, how to work with your neighbors, and more.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome.